Am I the a-hole for destroying my work's bully life? I, 33 male, today I got a phone call from a woman, let's call her Karen, who bullied me at my workplace 10 years ago. Before I tell you about it, here's some context. Back in 2015, I had just turned 23, graduated from college, and landed an acting management role for 12 months. I work in the family and community services field my whole family works in, but I wanted to make my name for myself without leaning on that. The site I was placed at was a mess. The KPIs were the worst in my state. I worked hard, made changes, leaned on my family for advice, and within 3 months, I turned it around from the worst in the state to top 20. And within 6 months, we were in the top 5. My team was happier than they have been in ages. But Karen, who had been in that role before me, started bullying me. Every single day, it got worse. She started telling lies about me, even dragging my family into it. Eventually, she was telling me almost every single day that I should unalive myself. No, you're not the a-hole, because if a person tells you to unalive yourself, that's the last straw. I went to my director multiple times, but nothing happened. After 3 months, I went over her head. Still, the bullying got worse. After 6 months of this, I broke down completely. I had a full mental breakdown and ended up in a mental health unit for 2 weeks. This is bad. That's when my mom, a director in a different district, found out. She was absolutely horrified. By the time she was done, both my director and her boss was terminated. Turns out my bully was cheating on her husband with my director, so the person I was complaining about knew what I was telling my boss. And Karen was not only fired but also blacklisted across our field in our district and most of the surrounding districts. I didn't ask my family to intervene. It wasn't something I ever wanted to rely on, but they weren't going to let someone treat me that way. Fast forward 10 years later, I still have the same phone number. Today, I got a call from an unknown number. It's Karen. As soon as she realized it was me on the other end of the call, she exploded. She accused me of destroying her life and career. Because of me, she can't work in the community services anymore. That her husband left her and she's stuck working in the fast food and driving Uber while she's living with her parents. She claimed she was recently turned down for another job because the director was my aunt. I didn't know she applied for the job. After that, I called and spoke to my aunt. Turns out she recognizes the Karen's name, told her director supervisors she couldn't be involved due to her past, and stepped away from the panel. But of course, everyone knew why she rescued herself. Karen finished her rant by saying I ruined her life. All I could respond was actions have consequences, lose my number. Then I hung up. Here's the thing, normally I would be a very empathetic person, but I can't feel sorry for someone who bullied me so badly that I ended up in the mental health unit after she told me to unalive myself every single day. So am I the a-hole for not feeling bad that my bully's life turned out this way, and for basically telling her off when she called me? You're not the a-hole. Karen, you are definitely not the a-hole. Karen, you're probably like the worst coworker anyone can ask for.